So I'm explaining to my mate Dave about this rabbi letter requirement for Aliyah, and he goes, "Wait, you need someone to write you a character reference for being Jewish?" And I'm like, "Yeah, essentially. Apparently, just being Jewish isn't enough. You need a rabbi to provide a sworn testimony that yes, this person is definitely, authentically, rabbinically approved Jewish. It's like needing your mum to write a note to the teacher. Except the teacher is the entire state of Israel, and your mum has to be an ordained religious authority with proper credentials and synagogue letterhead. I can't just rock up to the Israeli embassy and go, 'Hi, I'm Jewish. Here's my circumcision scar as evidence.' No, I need official rabbinical documentation." So I start looking for a rabbi to write this letter, and suddenly I'm shopping for religious endorsements like I'm comparing mobile phone contracts. Do I want the Orthodox package with the highest acceptance rate, the conservative plan with moderate reliability, the reform option that might come with additional scrutiny? It's like having different tiers of Jewish authenticity, and I need to choose my subscription level. The first rabbi I approach is lovely, but then I discover there's this thing called the blacklist. The blacklist. Apparently, the Israeli chief rabbinate keeps a secret list of rabbis whose testimony they automatically reject, like some sort of religious credit rating system. And they don't publish this list, so you could get a beautiful letter from a perfectly lovely rabbi, only to find out 6 months later that Israel considers them persona non grata in the Jewish verification business. It's like playing Russian roulette with rabbinical authority. You hand over your letter, thinking you're sorted, and somewhere in Jerusalem, a bureaucrat looks at it and goes, "Oh, Rabbi Cohen from Birmingham? Yeah, he's on the list. Next." What did these rabbis do to get blacklisted? Were they not orthodox enough? Did they park in the chief rabbi's parking space? Did they use the wrong font on their letterhead? Nobody knows. So I'm sitting in Rabbi Goldman's office, and I have to ask him, as delicately as possible, "Are you, recognized by Israeli authorities? Are you on any lists I should know about?" And he looks at me like I've just asked him about his criminal record. "Well, I haven't been informed that I'm not recognized," he says, which is about as reassuring as your dentist saying, "I'm pretty sure I'm still licensed." But before Rabbi Goldman will write anything, he wants to see evidence. Not just any evidence, comprehensive evidence. He wants my birth certificate, my mother's birth certificate, my parents' ketubah, my bar mitzvah certificate, synagogue membership records, and probably my Hebrew school report cards, if I still had them. It's like applying for a mortgage, except instead of proving I can afford a house, I'm proving I can afford to be Jewish. I'm digging through 30 years of family paperwork, calling my mom to ask if she still has documentation from 1987. "Mom, do you have any proof that you were Jewish when you had me?" And she's like, "What kind of question is that? Of course I was Jewish. I'm still Jewish. What do you think happened? I converted in secret. But apparently maternal testimony isn't sufficient. I need documentation." The worst part is that the letter has to be written within the past year. Within the past year. Like my Jewishness might have expired or gone off like milk. Rabbi Goldman can't just photocopy a letter he wrote for someone else last year. It has to be fresh, current, newly certified Jewish authentication. My Jewish identity apparently comes with a best before date. And the language has to be incredibly specific. It can't just say Dave is Jewish. It has to say Dave was born to a Jewish mother, or provide detailed lineage information. Rabbi Goldman is basically writing a religious CV for me. To whom it may concern, Dave has been Jewish since birth and has maintained his Jewish status throughout his career. His performance in Jewish activities has been satisfactory, and he shows potential for continued Jewish excellence in the Israeli market. But here's the really mental bit. Rabbi Goldman wants supporting documentation about how he knows me. Not just that I'm Jewish, but evidence of our relationship. So I have to provide proof that I actually know this rabbi who's vouching for my Jewish authenticity. It's like a character reference that requires character references. I'm sitting there with synagogue membership records, photos from community events, receipts from Jewish functions, basically building a dossier of my relationship with Rabbi Goldman. Your Honor, Exhibit A, photo of Dave at Purim celebration. Exhibit B, Dave's donation to the synagogue building fund. Exhibit C, Dave helped set up chairs for the Yom Kippur service. I'm documenting our friendship like it's evidence in a court case. Then Rabbi Goldman explains that Orthodox rabbis have the highest acceptance rate. And I'm thinking, acceptance rate? What is this, university admissions? Are there league tables for rabbinical endorsements? Is there a website where I can compare rabbi ratings and read reviews? 5 stars. Rabbi Davidson got my Aliyah application approved on the first try. Would definitely recommend for all your Jewish verification needs. The timing is absolutely crucial. The letter is only valid for 12 months, but it takes months to gather all the supporting documentation, then months for the Aliyah process itself. So I have to time this perfectly. Apply for the letter too early, and it expires before I need it. Apply too late, and I'm scrambling to get renewal letters while all my other documents expire around me. It's like synchronizing multiple stopwatches while juggling. And God forbid the letter gets rejected, because then I have to start over with a different rabbi who might want completely different documentation and who might also be on the mysterious blacklist. It's like playing telephone with religious authorities, except instead of the message getting garbled, your entire Jewish identity gets questioned. My friend Sarah listens to all this and goes, "So you're basically getting a reference letter for being yourself." And yeah, that's exactly it. I'm asking someone else to confirm that I am who I say I am, religiously speaking. It's like needing a witness to verify your own existence. The whole process has made me realize that being Jewish isn't just a religious or cultural identity. It's apparently a credential that requires proper authentication by authorized personnel. I can't just be Jewish. I have to be certifiably, documentably, rabbinically endorsed Jewish. But the absolute best part is that after all this stress about getting the perfect letter from the perfect rabbi with perfect documentation and perfect timing, the actual letter is usually about 2 paragraphs long. 2 paragraphs. All that work for what amounts to a religious post-it note saying, "Yeah, Dave's Jewish. Trust me, I'm a rabbi." Rabbi Goldman finally writes my letter, and it's beautiful. Professional letterhead, proper credentials, detailed explanation of how he knows me, explicit statement about my Jewish mother, the works. I hold it like it's the crown jewels. This isn't just any letter. This is my official Jewish authentication certificate, written by a hopefully not blacklisted rabbi who has thoroughly investigated my religious credentials. Though I do keep wondering, what happens if I convert to a different denomination later? Do I need a new letter? What if I become more observant or less observant? Is there some sort of Jewish performance review process where my rabbi has to update my recommendation annually? At this point, I'm pretty sure I know more about the requirements for proving Jewish identity than most rabbis do. I could probably start a consulting business, Jewish Documentation Services. We'll help you prove you're Jewish to people who should probably just take your word for it. But hey, at least when I finally get to Israel, I'll have the most thoroughly documented Jewish identity in history. I'm not just making Aliyah, I'm making Aliyah with a comprehensive religious dossier that proves beyond any reasonable doubt that I am in fact exactly as Jewish as I claim to be. Though I still think the whole system is mental, imagine if other religions work this way. Sorry, you can't be Catholic until we get a letter from a Pope-approved priest confirming your baptismal authenticity, and make sure he's not on the Vatican blacklist.